care to react? Ohio. Yeah, exactly. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. Congressman, I knew Klain back in the 90s. He's a very sharp lawyer. We were both young lawyers at the same time in D.C. But your colleague said he was, forthcoming. Tell us about it.
And I was I wasn't able to be at today's deposition. I had other responsibilities on Capitol Hill. But I was a little surprised because everyone else had exercised some kind of privilege. I figured he would too, being, the former chief of staff. But he came in and answered questions. I still think the big takeaway here is the media tried to tell us forever, the left tried to tell us forever that Joe Biden was just fine. I mean, and this is typical of the left. They told us that, Catholics are terrorists. They told us the dossier is real. They told us the laptop wasn't real. And
no inflation. No inflation during
and
Biden.
they tell us Joe Biden's just fine when we could all see it with our own eyes. And maybe what was worse is you had people like Jake Tapper say he's just fine, and if you criticized him, oh my goodness, look what they did to Laura Trump. I mean, what he said to her. And then, of course, after it's all done and they've lied to us for 4 years, he writes a book saying, oh, you know what, he really wasn't okay, and he makes money off of that. So
that's so typical DC,
that's
though,
so typical.
Yeah.
I always say the left has a template. The left tells a lie, big media reports the lie, big tech amplifies the lie, and then when you tell the truth, they call you a racist. Or they'll call you some other name. They'll attack you.
Or they say, and we're going to get to this in a bit, that's old news. That's the next thing that's old news.
Once it's like so obvious that they had been lying to you, they said that's old news, which is what they're trying to do with this whole Russia thing that came out this week too. But I think short of a whistleblower coming forward.
What are you guys going to get? I mean, here's what I'm going to say. I've been in town for decades, and I've been watching Republicans do these hearings. And it's fun. I like watching them. We like cutting the sound bites and putting them on the show. But whether it was Hillary or any, we never get anywhere. Like, there's no accountability. It seems like the fraud is perpetrated, and there's no accountability.
I do think the fact that the Attorney General of the United States has put together what she's called the strike force to focus in on this issue, and I do think
which one, the auto pen or the mental acuity, or both?
I'm actually now switching to the whole Russia thing on this one here, but as just one more example of all the lies we get from the left. I think on the auto pen issue, we need a whistleblower to come forward and say, Joe Biden was in the one interview, in the one article, he said there was a process we had. If that was complete, then we could go ahead and someone else could sign off on it, whether it's Ron Klain or whoever, and then they could sign the document. Well, short of seems to me a whistleblower coming forward and said that's not what happened, it was something else, and someone signed it without any kind of authorization or okay, I think it's tough to prove it, but we all know he wasn't up to the job.
Who's going to win the governor's race in Ohio?
Vivek. Yeah, Vivek.
No issue, right?
I think Sherrod might run on the Democrat side, Sherrod Brown, and if he does, it could be some, maybe more of a race, but I think Vivek beats him as well. I think he's a good candidate and going to do good things for our state.
Congressman, great to see you in the studio. It's been too long. Come back soon.